Hey, welcome everybody. This is John on the Person Algo Optimizer, which is really cool because this is one of the things that we haven't really discussed a lot. But in our trading room, we're waiting and looking for shorts to develop, and we got shorts on the 60-minute. And as you can see, we've just covered the automatic system, just covered short positions on both the 15 and the 5. I would imagine the short position at short two contracts. That's all we do is two contracts here. But on the Algo Optimizer, the fact that we had a couple things that were just incredibly in line. We covered this in the trading room, gang. But for those that are interested, when we look at the person's volume indicator, we did get a substantially, and this is what we've been focusing on today, a short position based on market failure, A. B, volume was divergent. In other words, as the market pumped up and made a new high, the volume was going down. This is the volume indicator. It's a special indicator that does not use absolute volumes, but there's some proprietary information behind what makes that. It's awesome in the sense that it kind of tracks the changes. It works a little different than on balance volume in how it rates the changes in volume. As you can see, you clearly have a little bit of, as the market kind of got this little pump, and then this is one of the concepts that we identified. When this market made that little bump to the upside, first off, here's where the stochastics, and I just put that as a reference. A lot of people are really familiar with using stochastics, but this is my little volume indicator, and it was on the downside. This is the histogram, which comes with the lifetime users, and we had mentioned the other day, when you get a sell signal and you get a zero line momentum change, that's very negative. You want to be on the short side of the market. So that was pretty slick. And then in addition, while we got a couple little 5-minute trades that didn't work, really small nicks, as you could see, went short, took the profit on a trailing stop, and then went right back in and just got out of the position because it hit its little profit target. So whether you're trading a 5-minute system, whether you're trading the 15-minute system, or higher degree time frame 60-minute and going with a higher degree time frame trend, this trade is still in the short position, the 60-minute over here, whereas now we've got exits back on both the 15 and the 5, which are awesome for day traders. But I just wanted to share with you how this all is put together, and how the Algo Optimizer kind of works in sync with not only doing it automatically for you, but taking trade ideas that you would normally want to do yourself, but either A, you miss it, you didn't see it, you just couldn't get to the mouse fast enough. And then sometimes the indicators like a stochastics might dupe you or trick you out of not wanting to get into a short position because you may feel it's oversold, and here you are oversold, and you kind of then get tired or bored of the trade, and then you miss it. So sorry for the drawings, but I think it kind of helps illustrate exactly what traders encounter in real time. And this, of course, having that thing be short and it just boom right in front of you, you can see the short-term effects of getting in and getting out. And because, as it says clearly here, it hit its profit target. The same thing here. This was short 2. It got out of 1. It trailed a stop and got out of the other. So here's where it says short, out of 1, and then flat, 0. 0 means flat. This still short 2, and here's your entry, and it is still short. And it needs a little bit more, knowing the system. It needs a little bit more downside, or it will trail a stop if this thing continues to move down, and that'll be a good thing. In the meantime, I thought with the crude oil, how are things put together with volume, and how do you identify when markets are getting ready to turn? When prices move up and they go up on light volume, guess what? It makes the market more vulnerable for downside declines, and that's what we talked in the room. I didn't say that, I don't have the crystal ball that says, this is the greatest short in the world. I said the market is vulnerable for declines. And you know what? Look what it did. It went short right here as the market had chopped around, and that's what it did. It went short. Now, kind of interesting, it was going with the trend, and you can see it was long on a breakout there and got out, and then it turned around and reversed and went short. So not a bad idea, something I think a lot of us as traders can learn from. What does an algo optimized product do for you? It helps to teach you when you should be taking trades or when you should not be taking trades, right? And besides, if you have something even on a 15-minute for day traders that has a pretty stellar, I mean, this is without getting into details behind everything. I mean, this barely goes back 2 months, but it's a lot of trades on a 15-minute basis. More importantly, this is not a continuation contract. This is just specifically June futures. You could start a trading system now on the front month June, or you could actually go back out, and I don't recommend that at this point, but start tracking and trading the July contract. Crude oil, it's very active in its months. There's plenty of liquidity, but most trading systems are all focused on the front month June, which we just rolled over to in this week. So anyway, new equity high for this product as well as these signals. With that said, I hope you enjoyed this little update on crude oil. And what's really cool about this is also noting that all 3 time frames were short, and at least the 60-minute is still short. Thanks for watching.